a two-time qualifier for the Bassmaster Elite Series, a two-time FLW Tour winner from Oklahoma, Bradley Holman.
So making a triumphant return to the Bassmaster Elite Series. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this right now. This ain't gonna be his last cut. That dude is gonna make a lot of money this year on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
That's kind of what we're after right there. Yes, sir. Ooh, good morning. It's day 3. Yeah, we made it. We got burgers from last night left over. All going in here. And guess who is riding with me today? That's right. I have no observer. Give me that camera. Give me that camera. Give me that camera. Yeah. None other than Travis is coming with me. That's right. He's going to ride with us. So it's going to be a fun day. Going to have him in the boat. So we're going to get some pretty nice footage since we got camera Travis in the boat. All right, let's go. All right, come here. See this gold plug still plugged in right here? And you may have to come around the other side. This is something I want to show you. What I think is that, and what I've seen, and I see pros do this too, they come out here, it's early in the morning, they're ready to go fishing. Either they're half asleep or they're just excited to go. First thing you do is you yank this cord out and away you go. Well, what if you got a bad battery and your charger's laying down there and it's blinking red? Or what if it didn't charge and you yank it? And then you go fish and at 10 o'clock in the morning your stuff's dead and you're like, man, I know I charged it last night. Well, did the power go off? Do you have a bad battery? So this is what I do. Every morning before I unplug it, see that? Green lights. That's what you're looking for. So just pull in there and check that. I mean, it's just as simple as opening it. Yeah, everything's green, and then unplug instead of just unplugging. Also, if you've got a battery going bad, that's usually the first place you'll see it. So that's a good little tip. And I see a lot of guys make that mistake because they're just like, it's charged. But if you have a mechanical issue, then you have no idea what happened, you know. So that's another reason that I use a cord. I like using a cord with a light on it, you know, so you know you got power. It's not a question of, well, do I have power? I need to check it in. So this is a big part of it. All right.
It is semifinal Saturday at the first Bassmaster Elite Series event of the season. The first one that one Bradley Holman is fishing, and he is here inside the cut. So making a triumphant return to the Bassmaster Elite Series. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this right now. This ain't gonna be his last cut. That dude is gonna make a lot of money this year on the Bassmaster Elite Series, right?
What's that?
He totally agrees.
All right, fellas, it is day number 3. We made it. Day 3. We talked about that. Here's the truth of reality. I'm not in one of them flotillas with all these big bags being caught. And I don't have very much. I've had to grind, hunt, peg, scrounge. I don't have 7 and 8 pounders everywhere. I don't even have 3 pounders everywhere. Like, it takes everything I got to get here. I'm not on that much. What I got to be careful of is I'm not going to go in where all those guys have been catching them. Everybody, a lot of people know where they're at. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to avoid them. Just try to expand on my area that I'm in, and I've got a couple little tricks I'm going to try today to see if I can catch some fish. I tied on a couple little baits that are a little bit different, give those fish a different look, and really just kind of maximizing those. There's been a lot of pressure in there too where I've been. A lot of the guys that were in there with me did not make it till today, so that's a good thing because they won't be there, but it's kind of a bad thing because it shows you what the potential of the area could possibly be. But I'm gonna go in there and try to catch them the best I can. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. I've got a little worm that I'm winding, and I got another little worm I tied on that I'm winding. And we'll see what happens. I don't know, but really excited to be on day 3 no matter what. The goal would be top 25. Like, we're sitting in 44th right now, so there's room to move up. I think anything 15 pounds or better, I'm happy with today. So these guys are catching 28, 29 pound bags. I know that I'm not gonna have one of those today unless lightning strikes or something and some crazy fish decides to bite. But who knows, you know, yesterday, 7-12, it's almost an 8 pounder. We might catch 2 of those today. But I don't plan on seeing those fish. But if we do, that's how you move up. So we're gonna get with it. You guys hold on.
Two-time qualifier for the Bassmaster Elite Series, a two-time FLW Tour winner from Oklahoma, Bradley Holman.
Thank you, Bradley. Get that kill switch for me. Good start. Old Omega swim jig. My second best fish yesterday. Well, I run in the bank because the wind was so bad. I just saw all those mats and the water was clear and I was like, yep, let's just stop here for a little bit. Wrong Fish Wednesday. That ain't no catfish. That's kind of what we're after right there. Yes, sir. Moving day. Moving day's made for moving. 485. Big side. Change colors. Let's try golden. Gary Cloud's been catching pretty good this week. He told me he really liked that golden shiner. I got something from Japan, some Japanese colored. Look at that. That's a Japan color. These all came from Japan. They even got a gold head on. So apparently the local guides down here call the shiners the little golden roach. I don't know why they call them that, but probably because they have to use them with their clients every day. And they're like little roaches. But the bass down here definitely seem to like the golden roach. Roach. The Golden Roach. Catch that 7 I caught yesterday and we'll have 17. That slab. Raw Fish Wednesday on the Golden Roach. The Golden Roach, and that's 5. So I think that's the earliest that I've had 5, I think. I've had more weight before, earlier, but first day, dude, I had 3 for 3 pounds at about 1 o'clock, so it's 11:40. My strategy is just put the trolling motor down. We haven't picked it up since we started this morning. I'm just winding, just looking for fish, hoping to run into a group of them somewhere, and I haven't been able to do that yet, but we kind of stumbled upon some smaller ones this morning. You know, we got one close to 5 and a 2.5. Those were our 2 best bites so far, but you know, right now, I mean, we've put ourselves in a good position that if we could just catch, you know, one of those 6-7 pounders that's swimming in here that all those guys are catching, that have made it this far, just one of them would jump us way up there. So maybe we'll have that victory today, but there's nobody around us. There's a couple of crappie daubers, but for the most part, we're out here by ourselves. Got one on, big one too. Come on, be a bass. This may be grass or something. No, just a bass, but not a big one. I always want them to be big. I start screaming big and big and big.
He never came in there all day.
He's a 2-time qualifier for the Bassmaster Elite Series, a 2-time FLW Tour winner from Oklahoma, Bradley Hallman. 30 pounds and 5 ounces to start today. He's got 5 fish to add to that here today. A triumphant return to the Bassmaster Elite Series for Bradley Hallman. 16 pounds, 4 ounces. He moves into 29th place with 46 pounds and 9 ounces. Always follow your dreams, even if you hit a speed bump along the way. Bradley Hallman was part of the Elite Series about 12 years ago, and you know, we talked about it this week on the podcast. For a little while, tournament fishing stole his soul, but he got his soul back, qualified to be back here, won a couple FLW Tour events along the way, and I'd say this is a triumphant return to the Elite Series. Wouldn't you guys say? How good does this feel? Because you have fought, clawed, and done whatever it took to make here. I mean, you've really worked hard.
Dude, it's been a long road. I mean, it has. There was 3 years in the opens to get back. That was the toughest gauntlet that I've ever had to go through in my career of fishing. It was the real deal to get back. But, dude, I'm super excited to be back. And like I told you, man, a man without a smile on his face is a man without a few fish, you know. And so it's been a great week. Love the fact that I had my best bag of the week today, so that's good too. Just really enjoyed it. I mean, first night I couldn't even go to sleep because I just couldn't go to sleep. But I knew I was going to do that. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I'm thinking, all right, dude, like at some point you gotta get some sleep. So I think I fished on about 3 hours. But after that, it's been a regular derby. I'm back in the groove.
Great to have you back here, and you're just getting started.
We're at Bainbridge, Georgia. We just got done driving. It's like 9 o'clock at night. So recap Lake Okeechobee. First Elite Series back. Obviously super pumped to be at that event. My first one back, like I said, I couldn't even go to sleep the first night. It was 1:30 in the morning before the first day of the tournament because I was just so amped up and excited to go. Got about 3 hours of sleep the first day of the Derby, but man, when it was all said and done, like I couldn't have been any happier. Like, you know, everybody'd like to go win, right? And I was like, that'd be a great story if I won there in Okeechobee, my first FLW Tour event, and then my first time back at the Elite Series. But in all honesty, man, just having a good, solid tournament was really what I was after, and that's exactly what we got. First day was a little bit shaky. I'll be honest, every day was a little bit shaky. It was just a matter of grinding. Like, I just didn't have what some of the guys had. You know, I didn't have a place to go catch 28, 29 pounds. I just grounded out, and I actually did it really mainly in 3 different areas. I never really did it in one solid area. Day 3, Travis was with me, and he's a test. It's all on video. You guys can watch the video. Like, I just stopped, and I don't know what caught my attention on day 3, but clear water. I was having to run a little bit closer to that north shore because the wind was blowing so hard, and so I was a little bit further in that reed line than what I had been running down lake to go over towards where I'd been fishing. And dude, it was a good call. I caught one right off the bat, and I caught another one, and then we ended up catching the best bag that I'd caught all week on day 3. And honestly, looking back, if you watch that video, I'm outside of the area where a lot of the guys are really catching them. Once we kind of started fishing around and got through the lanes, we got in there and we saw a bunch of boats with cameras in them, and it's like, hey, this is where some of them are catching them. But I never went in and ventured in on those guys. I stayed on the outside. There was nobody out there but me. It was really scrap fishing. You're just picking up scraps for the fish that are coming and going from that place. But day 1, that's probably not a very good strategy. But day 3, after we've all beat up on a lot of the places that had really been beat up on, it was a pretty good strategy. And there was some nice fish to be caught out there. I just had to grind on it all day long. But that's how that whole tournament was for me. Just grind. And really excited to come away with their 29th place finish. It's not exactly what you're after. You want to make Sunday cuts, but my biggest goal going into that event was to make Saturday, have a good solid tournament to start off the Elite Series 2023. We got that. Want to carry that momentum over to here, which is where we are right now. We just rolled into town. Practice starts tomorrow, 5 a.m. We'll be up with cameras rolling, bring you guys along like I have promised. So you guys hadn't missed out much on this at all. Maybe a Mexican dinner here or there, but the only time I hadn't carried a camera in. So like I promised you guys, carrying you guys along all along the way. So I think this is going to close out this video. I hope, praise, this is going to be the end of one of those videos. So if it is, until next time, guys, I'm out of here.